What's up, guys? My name is Nova. Welcome back to Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. Now, apologies for the fan noise. Once again, the truck is running, and I do want to not freeze to death. So that's just going to be running. Apologies if that bothers you. But we're going to go ahead and play a different class today. As you may recall, my recent games have all been the Minotaur Berserker, and the reason there was no episode 4 of the Minotaur Berserker was because about 2 minutes into episode 4 I died, so it wasn't long enough to make a video on, but it also wasn't really, I don't know, I just figured I'd update you guys on the next video. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and try something different, and it's something that I haven't actually played yet. I did one practice run, but it wasn't really even enough to call it a run. But I had a lot of fun with it, so we're going to go ahead and try a Merfolk Ice Elementalist. And if you want to know why, I don't really know. Not really a class I thought I would play, but here we have our little Merfolk. And the cool thing about the Merfolk, if you're wondering, is they get a stealth bonus and a speed bonus in the water. They also get a very big movement speed and attack, or they get a big attack bonus with. They get a really big attack bonus using tridents, so that's always pretty cool. We're not going to pick up the dagger, not because it wouldn't be a good idea to have a melee weapon, but because if we're going to grab a melee weapon, I would much rather grab a trident, because as I just said, you get a huge damage buff for using tridents. And we're actually not going to pick up those boots, not because they wouldn't be a good idea, but because as a merfolk, kind of the caveat to being able to go into the water and get like the speed buff and such as we do, is your boots fall off as soon as you go into the water. So it's not really something I'm keen on doing. Is just constantly having to re-equip my boots. A Dagger of Venom, now that I will actually grab, because it does give us the option of a second status effect. Because right now, if you're curious, I do also need to do this really quickly. Do the training thing. We're going to go ahead and actually train up our... I think our ice magic is going to be our focus. But if you're wondering, what is our spellbook button? Spellbook is capital M. So apparently it doesn't show, but if we do this, you'll see we know the freeze ability. So its range is 1. You have to be like touching it. It's not very strong. It's a level 1 spell, so it's not really a good spell, but it's kind of our starting spell. And as you can see, as a merfolk, we don't really start with a lot of magicka, as it were. We only have 3. So, and if you're curious as to why I'm just kind of why I'm not really auto-exploring, it's because as a mage, we're much squishier than we were with our last run with the Minotaur. So I don't want to get into a situation without having time to kind of survey what's going on. So we're just going to kind of walk around and just kind of see what there is to see. I might hit the auto explore button occasionally just to speed it up a little bit, but I don't want to rush things, because there's very much a chance that I could do that. And as you can see, we're already gaining a good amount of we're already gaining a pretty good amount of magicka. We've already gone up to 5. So, and see, stuff like this is exactly why we grabbed the dagger, because it does give us an option to not always have to use our magic. Granted, that is our best line of defense by far, but it's nice sometimes to not have to use it, just for the sake of saving mana. Um, I'm not going to worry about leather armor right now. Eventually, I will want to put a point into strength for armor, but right now, we're kind of focusing on our spell casting. So eventually we will. Ooh, those are nice looking boots. Eventually, we're going to want to. Those are very nice boots. I I know I just said I wasn't going to put on boots, but like they look pretty cool. It's not something I'm going to put a lot of time and effort into. Is like wearing boots. It's not something I guess I'm really heavily going to focus. But it's not a. I guess it's not a terrible idea to just have boots just for the armor rating, because we don't really have an armor rating, as it were, in the traditional sense. Our armor rating is going to always be incredibly low. So I guess if we have a chance to throw on some boots and gain 1 armor, we might as well. But I'm also not going to fret if if my boots like aren't on, if they dequip. Okay, so we finished exploring. Let's see what we've got. We don't have any. I am going to try out one of these scrolls, just because at some point you. A scroll of teleportation. Okay, so that's good to at least know what it is. And luckily, we've already explored everything, so it's not really a big deal. But it is good to eventually. Ooh, it's a +2 pair of boots. Okay, so I am glad I put those on. Um, but like, I think it is good to make sure you kind of check what your equipment is when you get the chance. So we're gonna go down to Dungeon 2 and see what. Oh, whoops. Okay, I guess we'll just kill him with the Venom dagger. That wasn't really my plan, but I guess it works out. Let's see what these new scrolls are, since we have a moment. A scroll of enchant armor. Okay. Enchant which item? My armor. Okay. And if you're wondering how I knew that, I read it down here. Even though it was kind of grayed out, you could still kind of see it. Okay. This guy's being a bit of an asshole. Okay, there's nothing there I really want. I am going to pick up these stones. And I do need to see, can I learn the Throw Frost spell? Memorize the Throw Frost spell. Yes, memorize Throw Frost. Assigned to B. So it does make me kind of curious what this means as far as our combat goes, because it says it's assigned to B. So it does make me wonder how I actually activate it. Is it like Z and then B? Okay, that is how. Ooh, I'm gonna use one of my scrolls of teleportation. Okay, that's fine. It saved us from being cornered by a worm and an adder, so I say it was worth it. Though, maybe not the smartest move I could have done. Okay, we just got another teleportation scroll, so I guess it's not a huge deal. But I do want to be really careful, especially around the adders, because They are no fun. Is he trying to corner me? Where's he going? Okay. Wait for him to come to me. See if we can freeze him. I want to use my freeze spell. I don't have enough magic to use it. Oh, shoot. Come on. Okay. I've reached level 3. I'm going to increase my intelligence. And I am going to eat. I guess I'll just eat one of my rations. I thought I had some. I should have just gotten the chunks of flesh first and then done it. Oh, jeez. Wait, who is this? Who is Natasha? Hold on. What did I do? I want to examine Natasha. Servant of life and death. A magical cat, once a powerful wizard's familiar, Natasha was abandoned after her master was consumed by the very necromantic forces he sought to control. Now she patrols the dungeon, taking a bloody vengeance with spell and claw upon any adventurer who crosses her path. The cat doesn't have 9 lives, but just 1 death isn't going to be enough to get her down for good. She looks dangerous, she can see invisible, she's intelligent, covers ground quickly, very small, can claw for up to 10 damage. Mastered the following spells. Magic Dart, she can slow, she can summon an imp. Okay. It's not my favorite thing to be dealing with. She's hit me with slow. Okay. As is expected. Okay. I've reached level 4. Can I wait? Okay. Nice. Okay. I know Natasha's still chilling around here. I am also going to check my spell book. Summon Ice Beast. What does that do? What does Summon Ice Beast do? Calls forth an Ice Beast to serve the caster. Can sustain at most 3 creatures summoned by this spell. Okay, what is the cost of the armor? Protective layer of thick ice, granting a substantial bonus to armor as long as they remain in their current location. The ice will crack and fall away if the caster moves to a new position. The spell will not function for casters already wearing heavy armor. I think I'm going to memorize the armor spell. Because that seems like spell assigned to C. I guess we'll try it right now. Okay. So that armor does help actually a substantial bit. I don't know if you guys could tell necessarily, but that armor was very helpful. At least it seemed it was. I don't know for certain. But it seems like as a squishy class like this, having the ability to make armor is a good thing, because I don't have enough strength to necessarily wield any of the any of the stronger armors. Let's also take a moment and use one of our new scrolls. Scroll of Amnesia. I don't want to use that. I don't want to forget a spell. That is good though, because eventually you will run out of spell slots. Oh, jeez. So it's this guy that seems to be the problem child. Not necessarily his friends. Oh, well, never mind. I guess I'll just absolutely destroy him. Whoops. Goblins aren't edible. Goblins aren't edible. Okay. What else do we... Okay. Let's go ahead and use our Throw Frost. Hobgoblin. Jesus. Let's go up a floor. Maybe we can, Robin. He's got a name. Oh, shit. Okay, what do you got, Robin? Throw ally and battle cry. Robin of the Strong Arm. Mountain Hobgoblin recently come in search of the legendary orb. Not foolhardy or reckless enough to delve into the depths of the dungeon alone. Robin has built a small army of minions, potential competitors. Will quickly find a stream of screaming goblins flying towards them. She's dangerous and intelligent and can hit for up to 5 damage. Robin points kill, hits you but does no damage. Animal skin, a +2 helmet. I do want to take the helmet. And we'll also do that. I'm gonna see if I can wear the helmet. Armor rating of 1 cannot be enchanted any further. Yo, I look so dope. Yo, that looks so awesome. Oh, that's so cool. Such a good looking helmet. Look at that. Look at that helmet. That looks awesome. Super cool. I'm a big fan. Okay, anyways, let's, now that we're full health again, let's go ahead and deal with her goblins. There seem to be just infinite goblins standing right there, so... I mean, I guess on one hand, I guess I'll see what the robe looks like. Here, I'll cut up all the corpses, and we'll see what the robe looks like. Because if it's not going to be really any better, I guess my robe's a +1. I like the other one better. Plus, it's a +1 robe, so we'll go ahead and we will drop our other robe. And we'll just kind of see what there is to. Oops. There's a ball python down here. Ball pythons luckily aren't strong enough that I'm really concerned with fighting them. Did a sneak attack on that guy. Oh, jeez. Can I use, what was it? C? Yeah, there we go. And then I guess I'll just wait a turn. Zap, freeze at people. Until, hopefully, something dies. Luckily, I don't have to move to, see now my armor is cracked. Jessica, more named things? Are you serious? Why does everything here have a name? Evil apprentice sorceress, she entered the dungeon hoping to find a quiet, secluded place where she could study the darker arts without being disturbed. She has about 9 health. She knows pain, haste, slow, and blink. Okay. Okay, she's poisoned. And Jessica died. Okay. So that's good, I guess. I found like every possible fucking enemy though. Like every single like boss enemy that I could have come across, I've run into. Luckily, this dagger is actually a very good. Oh my god. More dudes with names. What is this? Okay, let's see what you got, buddy. Sigmund. Sigmund the Dreaded, the elder of a pair of brothers who came for the orb. No one knows what Sigmund saw in the dungeon to drive him mad, but his shrewd magical tactics and wicked scythe now leave little time for his victims to wonder. Despite his reputation as a vicious murderer, his grandiose and dramatic ways have earned him an admiration of many denizens of the dungeon. He has 30 health, looks extremely dangerous, can hit for up to 5 damage plus 2. Magic Dart, Confusion, Throw Flame, and Invisibility. So he's invisible, so I can't. Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, I'm probably dead. Well, damn, that sucked. That was going really well until I found like 4 things with names. But, all in all, I don't think that went terribly bad. We learned a little bit about how this class works, and we ran into a lot of cool people. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end this video here, and I will just see you guys in the next video. Hopefully you guys enjoy this, because I'm enjoying